Hi, I'm Sheena Joy. I'm a Canadian textile artist and I share macrame tutorials weekly. For this simple air plant wall hanging, you're going to need 8 65-inch strands of cotton cord that is about 3 millimeters in diameter. Attach all 8 cords using the lark's head knot on a 6-inch dowel. I have a confession to make. The air plant I used, I seem to have killed it. How you kill an air plant, you ask? I don't know. The thing lives off of air, and I managed to kill it somehow. I hope it's not noticeable. Could you tell? Now to start tying some knots. So you want to do 3 rows of square knots, alternating square knots, and I'll show you how you alternate them just in a sec. If I'm going too fast for you, I have other tutorials on how to do specific knots if you need to see more instructions. Otherwise, I hope you can follow along. Okay, we've made it to the second row now. So to alternate them, you want to skip the first 2 cords and then work on the next 4, if that makes sense. And that is how you do an alternating square knot pattern. This part might look a little odd because I started in the center, but what I'm going for is kind of a triangular shape here. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but I'm a visual person, so I kind of needed to start in the middle in order to see where the lines go. It'll start to make sense in a minute here. Always feel free to pause the video so that you can kind of see where the knots are. And there you go. And this is what I mean by kind of a triangular shape. So next you're gonna wanna do some double half hitches. I have another tutorial on this if you need further instructions, but basically you have to make 2 loops and you tie it along the lead cord. The lead cord is the rope that I'm holding in my left hand. This shape is actually called a vertical double half hitch, in case you were wondering. So this completes pretty much the first half of the top of your diamond shape. I'm gonna speed up the next part because you probably do not want to see this in real time. So yeah, so you just want to do the other side, but this time you're kind of doing it opposite. So you're gonna have the lead cord in your right hand as opposed to the left. And there you have it. This completes the upper half of your diamond shape. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the bottom half of the diamond. So you'll wanna use the same lead cord that you were using from the top. And we're gonna do kind of a unique pattern. So you wanna visually divide your cords in half. So you're gonna need 8 cords on each side. So start with the furthest cord away, and then you're gonna tie more double half hitches in the shape of the lower half of the diamond. I hope that makes sense. It's probably easier for you to just watch. I actually originally did not like this pattern before, but I'm kind of liking it now. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably noticed that I've been using this pattern often. We're almost finished this side. Just be careful not to miss any cords. They kind of hide underneath, so be sure to count that you have 8 on each side. See, I almost missed that last one there. So just be careful and make sure you count. Okay, I'm gonna speed up the other half again, but you get the gist. It is the same thing on the other side, only your lead cord is gonna be in your left hand now. Make sure that you have 8 on each side, and then when you're done, you need to close the bottom half by just doing one more double half hitch with the lead cords on both sides together. Okay, so we're back at the square knots again. So you want to take 2 strands from either side and kind of curve them together to form like a cylinder shape. If you wanted this project to hold a larger potted plant, all you would have to do is not do your square knots as tight as I'm doing right here. You'd have to have more slack in your cord. That way it would fit a larger pot. I'd also suggest in cutting all your cords a bit longer to accommodate the more space that you would need to fit a potted plant. So I'm forming another little bit of a diamond shape pattern here with the square knots. So the next row I am doing 2 more, and just be sure to kind of curve the cords around so that it forms like a tube type shape. We are almost done. This is the second to last knot, so we're just going to do one more square knot at the bottom here. And there you have it. Now we just need to gather the cords together to form a pocket. And yeah, next we'll have to add our plant. So now you're going to need 1 extra strand of rope. This is just one of the scraps that I had on hand. I think it's about 2 feet long, 1.5 feet, somewhere around there. You don't need much for this. So you're going to want to flip your work around and make a loop, and then wrap your extra piece around the loop to gather everything together. I have another tutorial on this if you need to see this slowed down a bit, but it's pretty simple. You tuck the tail end and then you pull it up through. Then just snip the excess off the top. So now I'm just going to give it a little haircut. I recommend using good quality scissors. These are not good quality scissors. I have a 2-year-old at home and she gets into everything. So I hid my good scissors somewhere, and I must have did a really good job hiding it, because now I am safe from injuring myself with these sharp scissors. So, you know, mistakes were made. But yeah, these scissors kind of worked out. It just took a little bit longer, that's all. And now to add your air plant. And I know you're checking it out now to see how dried up my plant is now. But yep, that's it. And there you have it. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more.